Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk about payment. The learning objective of payment is an introduction to three types of payment methods. Generally, we have three types: remittance, collection, and LC. And remittance includes mail transfer, MT, telegraphic transfer, TT, and demand draft, DD, among which TT is the most popular. It's very fast and safe for the export, as it means when remittance is adopted in international trade, the buyer will on his own initiative remit money to the seller through a bank according to the terms and time stipulated in the contract. This is the process of remittance after the buyer and the seller signed the contract, and the seller delivered the goods. The buyer will ask his bank for remittance, and the remitting bank will authorize the paying bank for the remittance. And remittance is often used in payment advance, 预付款, cash with order, 货到付款, and open account, 赊销. Therefore, either the exporter or the importer takes risk in remittance. Usually, it is used between companies that are trustworthy to each other in formal transactions. When the exporter is widening his market, remittance can be used as a kind of preferential treatment offered to the importers. This is what we know about remittance. Here I give you a brief introduction. Now let's come to collection. Collection is another mode of payment in international trade. And collection can be divided into documents against payment, DP, and documents against acceptance, DA. Look at the flow chart. Here involves the four parties: the seller, the buyer, remitting bank, and collecting bank. After the seller delivers the goods to the buyer, the seller will issue a draft to which the shipping documents are attached. Then he will forward the draft to a bank in his place, that is, remitting bank, makes an application for collection, and instructs the remitting bank to collect the purchase price from the buyer through its corresponding bank, that is, the collecting bank. So the remitting bank will mail documents to collecting bank, and the collecting bank will present the documents to the buyer. The buyer will pay or accept the documents within the stipulated time. After the collecting bank gets the money, the bank will pay to the remitting bank, and the remitting bank will settle the business with the seller. Now let's look at the usage of collection. Payment by collection can be used when the exporter and importer know each other well, or when the sum is small. It also spares the expenses and the complicated procedures of using a letter of credit. We simplify it as LC. However, there is obviously a risk involved in collection, which is extra payment after shipping. In this case, the bank will only do the service of collecting and remitting and will not be reliable for non-payment for the importer. DP calls for delivery of shipping document against actual payment. According to the time of making payment, DP can be divided into two kinds: DP at site and DP after site. 即期付款交单和远期付款交单。那 DP at site requires immediate payment by the importer to get hold of documents, and the DP after site the importer is given a certain period to make payment at 30, 45, or 60 days after presentation of the documents, but he is not allowed to get hold of the documents until he pays. DA calls for the delivery of documents against acceptance of the draft drawn by the exporter. DA is always after site. Therefore, payment by collection is not always safe, especially by DA. On the other hand, the importer also runs the risk of inconformity of the goods to the contract and documents. However, a letter of credit helps you reduce the risks of trading internationally. It provides guarantee of payment from a bank on behalf of a buyer. The buyer does not have to make payment until you have presented the documents to the bank showing that you shipped the goods and complied with all conditions set out in the letter of credit. There you can see the letter of credit provides the banker's credit, which is better than collection. When a transaction is done, the buyer is to establish a letter of credit with his bank within the time stipulated in the sales contract. This is a process of LC. It is the usual practice in our export trade that the letter of credit is to be established and to reach sailor 1 month prior to the date of shipment, so as to give the sailor enough time to make preparation for a shipment. However, if the buyer fails to establish the letter of credit, or the letter of credit does not reach the sailor in time, then a letter has to be sent to the buyer to urge him to expedite the LC or to ascertain its whereabouts. As far as the sailor's benefit is concerned, LC is better than DP, and DP is at site is better than DP after site. Whereas DP is better than DA, remittance is only used in small deals. Well, letters regarding payment often fall into the following types: discussing the mode of payment, urging establishment of LC, or asking for extension of LC, which are the focus in our future course. So today we mainly make an introduction of terms of payment. Thank you for listening. See you next time.